2026 is the year that you become the main character. So I had a client come to me right after she got her first big break on social media. She had been working to become a creator for years and she finally popped off. She was so excited. She got her first viral video, but then she started to read the comments and she noticed that yes, a lot of the people were on board and were excited with the idea, but there was also a large percentage of people that were upset, that were trolling her, that were angry, that were calling out things about her face, her body, things that she was already insecure about. So what did she do? She completely started to self-sabotage. She did not want to come anywhere near her social media. She stopped posting, she wanted to remove the video, and she even thought about closing her account down entirely, all because her nervous system was perceiving this as a real active threat. This is just one example of what happens to so many creators, so many people when they're going after their dreams, especially in terms of visibility. And this is because our brains have what I like to call an energetic thermostat. So if you think about a thermostat, its job is to preserve energy. And the way that it does this is by maintaining an equilibrium temperature. So when it gets too hot, then the air kicks on. When it gets too cold, then the heat kicks on, right? Well, your brain and your nervous system do the exact same thing with the level of visibility that your brain perceives as being safe. So as soon as you get an influx of visibility, all of a sudden you have all of these eyes on you, your brain literally thinks that you're being hunted and it will find ways to self-sabotage and to pull you back to a level that it perceives as being safe. And so this is why creating the resource of fame, which is just the resource of having people's attention, it's having visibility on you, is really about regulating your nervous system. And the way that we do this is just incrementally, degree by degree. I like to say with fame, it's new levels, new devils. And essentially what we're doing is re-regulating your nervous system to bigger and bigger levels of visibility, just one step at a time. And this is why you actually don't want a big break. You want to build the foundations for fame if you want to have a life of impact and visibility. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to kick up the heat on your celebrity energy so that you can stand out. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to rewire your brain and hack your nervous system. Instead of just pretending like these fears don't exist, I'm going to show you exactly how to make them actually disappear. So when I say hack your brain, here's what I mean. Our brains have what's called neuroplasticity, which means that they are adaptable and malleable and able to change. We have what's called a prefrontal cortex, which means that we are able to think about our thoughts. This is really good news because what we can do is become really aware of what thoughts are keeping us stuck. Your brain is afraid of visibility for three main reasons. The first is the fear of the unknown. Our brains are going to resist anything that we don't understand or that we think of as scary. And all of a sudden, having a million eyeballs on you is really unknown and can be really scary. So your brain is going to subconsciously push it away. The second fear is going to be fear of separation from your community. Unless you came from a community of artists, creatives, dreamers, and innovators, your brain is going to perceive visibility as being dangerous. Plus, your family and friends might not really understand what you're doing. They might think that it's cringy. They might think you're putting yourself in danger. They might start screenshotting your things and posting them around saying, who does she think she is? Now, as a human species, we are wired to evolve with our tribes, with our communities. That's what's kept us safe. And so our subconscious mind thinks that it is dangerous to put ourselves out there in ways that our real in-life community doesn't understand. Now, the third fear is going to be the fear of past negative experiences. This is any time that you learned that being visible, being in the spotlight is not safe. Maybe you were told that you were too much. Maybe you outshone a sibling and they got jealous. Maybe you were rejected or made fun of when you did try to put yourself out there, or maybe you just failed publicly. All of these are teaching your subconscious mind and your nervous system that it is not safe for you to be in the spotlight. So we want to get really clear on what your brain is trying to protect you from. What is the hidden benefit of you staying small? It keeps you stuck, it keeps you from past painful experiences that you've experienced, and it probably keeps you from separation of your community. The more clear that you can get, the easier it will be to start to outsmart your brain's primal caveman instincts. And secondly, we have to hack your nervous system. Now, your nervous system is used to going into a fight or flight response whenever it feels threatened. And the work here really is about re-regulating your body so that you actually feel safe when you are being seen. This comes down to a lot of the work that most people don't really want to do. It's the breath work, the meditation, the yoga, the somatic healing, even putting yourself in community with other people who are also going after the same goals and dreams and ambitions that you are, helps signal to your nervous system that it is safe for you to exist in the spotlight. So as humans, when we experience something that our brain perceives as dangerous, even if it's not real danger, but perceived threat, there are still somatic changes in our bodies, right? Our adrenaline increases, cortisol levels rise, our bodies move into an actual fight, flight, fawn, or freeze response. The exact same response that would happen if you were being chased in the woods by a bear. So what we have to do is regulate your body and get used to handling bigger levels of stress. Now, remember, being visible is not comfortable. And if fame was easy, then everyone would do it. It's the coolest job ever. But really, if you want to create a lasting, sustainable career in the spotlight, you have to be able to manage your capacity to experience discomfort. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but what does this actually look like in practice? And here are some ways that you can expand your capacity to feel discomfort. Now, the first is my least favorite, and that's cardio and exercise. Now, when you're running, when you're doing yoga, what actually happens is that it puts your body into that stress response. But when you don't quit, when you continue going, breathing through the exercise, that's what trains your nervous system and your body that it is safe for you to exist in discomfort, and your capacity to feel that discomfort grows over time. The next is breath work. Now, I don't have time to get into a full explanation of it here. If you're not familiar with breath work, definitely go watch some YouTube videos about it. But essentially, it is a guided practice through the breath that will teach you how to expand your capacity for discomfort. Next is sleep. Now, if you can really lock in and create a consistent bedtime and a consistent wake up time, it will create a massive emotional buffer for you. You are going to wake up feeling refreshed and have a way bigger capacity to actually go after your dreams every day. Now, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, but the last one is arguably the biggest superpower for your celebrity energy, and it's meditation. I know it's something that sounds simple, but it's not always easy to actually get yourself to sit down and look at your thoughts. You're probably gonna get bored, but if you can sit through that discomfort and continually bring your mind back to presence, that will unlock your celebrity energy. Having a life of visibility means that you have to be able to exist in a hyper-present state while you're being witnessed. And so you actually have to practice that skill. And the best way to do that is through meditation. Now, probably the most important thing that can't be understated is that you do have to just give yourself permission that it is safe for you to want to be famous. I know that it can be really cringy to admit, or you might feel embarrassed getting started, but this is a safe space to admit that you do actually want to be famous. The world is going to be a much better place when more good-hearted artists, creatives, influencers, and entrepreneurs have the resource of fame. And so the very first step for you creating the visibility that you know that you're meant for in 2026 is to give yourself permission that you can have this desire. They say that you're an average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, and you might not have a community of people who support exactly what you're going after or understand how important it is to you to create a life of visibility and impact. That's what this channel is, your safe space to pursue your next level of visibility. So subscribe, follow along, and we'll make sure that 2026 is your best year yet.